Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm letting my friends control my nighttime routine. Now obviously I don't have like a specific nighttime routine. I mean, every single night I do something different every single day, so obviously I don't have like a specific nighttime routine. But today I thought, you know what, I will let at least a few of my friends control my nighttime routine, and on my phone I have at least 5 or 6 different things that I have to do before I actually go to bed. Which, not gonna lie, I do feel slightly nervous because basically my friends, like, they can say something literally out of the blue and I could be having like a pretty good evening, or I could be having a pretty bad evening. I have no idea. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy. If you do, smash a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and without further ado, let's get started. So it is currently about 5:30 as I am starting the nighttime routine, and not gonna lie, with me and my friends, I'm slightly nervous because basically on my phone I've actually got the list of what I have to do. Basically I've actually asked at least 5 or 6 different people, so on my phone I have a list that literally has 5 or 6 different things, and you know what, some of them are actually pretty interesting and some of them are what I do anyway. So the fact that I'm basically listening to my friends throughout the entire evening and just hope for the best that my evening is actually a pretty good evening or a pretty bad evening, to be honest, is basically in the hands of my friends. So I am about to do the first thing, which is decided by my friend Alex, and he's told me to tidy my room. Okay, I mean, to be honest, I literally have like no idea what to tidy, but I'll show you guys my room and then you guys let me know if it's tidy or if it needs more tidying. So this is actually the current state of my room. I mean, not gonna lie, it's actually not that bad apart from a few things like on the drawers, which obviously I use them every single day. By the way, that clock, I literally have like no idea why it says midnight, and to be honest, I have no idea why it says Sunday. Basically, I went to Pakistan, came back, and basically that clock, it actually connects with a phone, but because I went to Pakistan and somehow it actually disconnected from my phone, and now it shows midnight and Sunday, and the date's actually Wednesday and it's actually 5:30, so I need to change that. But like I said, the drawers are actually not that bad because they're basically things that I tend to use anyway on a regular basis, but floor wise, I mean, apart from that over there, floor wise is actually pretty decent. I mean, I do have this pretty long wire, so that's actually pretty cool, and my bags actually stay there. Other than that, I think I'll give this a pretty nice clean up, and then hopefully next time you guys will see it, it will look clean. Right guys, it may look like has changed, but my drawers, they somewhat look better than it before. I mean, honestly, I literally have so many stuff. Like, look how many sprays I have, look how many like shower things I have, literally look how many new sprays I have. Like, I'm literally trying to use everything before I actually move room, but honestly, it looks better before. Like, I literally have so much stuff, which is actually pretty crazy. Basically, this drawer is like a messy like drawer, so I don't deal with it. But by the way, everything else is actually pretty sorted, so first thing done. Guys, my recent TikTok honestly is been doing so well, and I think this year I've literally had a lot, and I mean a lot, of viral videos on TikTok, and my recent one honestly is done so well. Basically, it's like a vlog of the Alton Towers trip, and I feel like on this trip, because of the weather, like it started raining at like 2, but because of the weather, I think we actually got most of the rides done. I actually went on the Galactica ride and the Nemesis, and not gonna lie, those rides are actually pretty good, and the comments on this video is actually insane. I mean, people have been saying that, you know, bro is a toddler living in a man's body, wasn't expecting the wink followed by the fruit shoe, please don't wink at me again like that, if it's satire you honestly deserve an Oscar. I don't get that, but apparently one of my favorite words is not gonna lie, because I've used it a lot, and literally every single comment is like not gonna lie, and out of those like 15 or 20 comments, I think I've actually had one comment that says, why are people being so mean? I can't find it. Maybe if I go to the notifications I'll find it there. Oh yeah, it says here. Okay, but why are people being so mean? I have no idea, but honestly, it was such a nice little vlog, and I put it all together, did the voiceover, everything like that, and when I did the voiceover, I literally had like no idea it would do this well. Like, it's actually pretty crazy. And by the way, if you guys don't follow TikTok, make sure you guys follow TikTok, because we are determined to get at least 10k for the end of the year. Speaking of TikTok, it is now time for the next thing to do, and my friend Hamza has told me to make at least 5 or 6 TikToks in the space of 1 hour. Okay, I mean, I can do that. Like, I can do that. To be honest, I literally have like no idea which TikTok I might make, but I can definitely do that. So I am about to like brainstorm a few ideas for TikTok and then make them. So yeah, I am about to make at least 5 or 6 TikToks in the space of 1 hour because my friend Hamza has challenged me for that. So let's hope for the best that I actually can think of like 5 or 6 different ideas. If not, then hopefully, fingers crossed, I can at least make at least 1 or 2. I have no idea, but I will keep you guys updated on how many I actually make. Right guys, tripod is now all set up. Basically, I do actually have like a proper tripod, but it's actually for my camera and it's over there. But I actually need to invest in like a phone tripod. But what I do is I will tend to place my phone here, and depending on like where I want to stand. So if I want to stand on like this side of the room, then I'll place the phone and the DIY tripod this side, or if I want to stand to the other side of the room, then I'll do it to the other side. But yeah, this actually works. I mean, not gonna lie, when you put the phone here, it literally like works, and I have no idea why it's like backlit because you can't see the phone at all. Like if I do it over here, like can you guys see the phone better? I have no idea. But yeah, I'm about to film my 3 or 4 TikToks. Basically, I thought of like 3 or 4 ideas. Like I was saying, I've actually thought of like at least 3 or 4 ideas, even though I was meant to do like 5 or 6 in the space of 1 hour, but I actually thought at least 3 or 4, so I'm gonna make them, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the last 2 it will come to my head. Right guys, TikTok is now all made. I think I made at least 3 or 4, even though my friend told me to make at least 5 or 6 in the space of an hour. I think I've actually made 3 or 4. I'm not gonna lie, every single time when I do like an acting TikTok, I actually wear these glasses, and afterwards my eyes, they go pretty weird. But I feel like this TikTok, it might be my new favorite one. It's like when you get into a car on a hot day and you put your hand on the steering wheel and it's hot. So yeah, I made my TikTok, and hopefully with the next few weeks the results are actually pretty good. Right guys, it is currently about 6:21 and it is now time for my next thing on the list, my 3rd thing on the list. I feel like after this, I think I might have at least 3 or 4 left to do. I have no idea. But my next thing to do is to go for a pretty long, nice walk. I mean, not gonna lie, today it's actually pretty sunny. I mean, recently it's been sunny every single day. When you go outside, there's like no wind, and today there's actually wind. So I am about to go for a walk with my auntie. I film what I can film and just hope for the best. I actually have a pretty nice walk. I mean, not gonna lie, my hair, it might get ruined, but it is what it is. And I think I might take a jacket, even though it is windy and it's cold as well. And oh, my phone's ringing. Okay, anyway, my auntie's ringing me, but like I was saying, I think I might take a jacket because it's like really cold, but I've actually got like a long sleeve top, so I feel I might take it. Anyway, my auntie's ringing me, so I'm about to leave for a walk, and I'll see you guys once I am back. Alright guys, I am about to start my walk. Today is actually pretty good. I mean, even though it's quite windy, it's actually pretty warm. So yeah, I'm about to start my walk, and I will see you guys once I am back from my walk. By the way, these shoes, they literally make the most loudest noise. Like I feel like wearing high heels. Right guys, I am now back on my walk, and the time right now, it is currently about 7:46, well nearly 8 p.m. in the evening, and I think I actually left the house, I think it was like 6:30, 6:20, so I've literally been on a walk for at least an hour and a half, and not gonna lie, that was actually a pretty good walk. This morning I did leg training, and going for a walk, like my legs are actually killing me, but not gonna lie, it was actually a pretty nice walk. We actually walked on the main street, and obviously because I was with my cousin and my nephew, they wanted to go to the shop, so obviously we went to the shop, and I wanted to find the Nico like shade sweets, and obviously I couldn't find them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I find them, and hopefully I'll do a taste test on TikTok, because I feel like by the time I do a taste test, the hype might die down. I have no idea. But yeah, anyway, I am about to check the list for the next thing I have to do, and to be honest, I have no idea what it is, but it says I have to do some drawing. Okay. To be honest, this is actually recommended by my friend Adnan. So to be honest, I have no idea why I'm doing drawing, but when I was a lot younger, I used to draw every single day. I mean, before I even had a phone, I used to draw every single day. Like my mum, I think it was like either for my 14th or my 13th birthday, she actually got me like colouring crayons and a colouring pad. You know what, I might draw. Drawing might sound pretty good. Like drawing might sound pretty good. To be honest, I literally have like no idea what I might actually draw, but it sounds pretty good. So let's find some paper and draw. I actually managed to find my fine liners, and I think these actually might work because I used to use them a lot in my college, and they were so sick because basically every single day I would take them to college, right? And I think in college, because I did English, like these are the pens that I used because I couldn't use like the normal pens, so I used these instead. I'm not gonna lie, they actually are pretty good, and they actually help me revise as well because obviously they're like different colors, and I have no idea why it's not opening, but this was literally the coolest thing once I figure out a way how to open it with one hand. But basically, I'll explain to you guys like what it does. So obviously when you take this off, it actually like opens into like one big like pencil case, if you know what I mean, and it's actually pretty cool. But I feel like these actually might not work, and it turns out I'm actually missing a color, and to be honest I have no idea what color I'm actually missing. So instead I feel like I might actually use the markers because I feel like those would be a lot better. Right guys, I've actually found a picture on my laptop that I want to draw, and I feel like I might actually draw Sonic the Hedgehog because I've drawn it once before and that was actually tracing it. So this time round I'm going to try drawing it free-handed and see if I can actually get it right or not. Right guys, this is actually my version of the Sonic drawing, and you can't see it properly because obviously I actually drew it in this pen. Like I thought this pen actually might work, but it turns out it didn't. But from the drawing you can see very faintly, I don't think I've done a pretty good job because his arms are technically not the same size. I mean, one is definitely bigger than the other, but everything else is actually pretty normal. Basically, I'll show you guys the one that I did a few months ago, and I feel like that one is a lot better than this one. Basically, I've not drawn him in like a few months because I used to draw him every single day, and then obviously I went to Pakistan, went there twice, came back, and then somehow I forgot how to draw him. So I'll show you guys the one that I drew a few months ago, and then we can do a comparison between the both. Right guys, I managed to find the one that I did a few months ago, and I'm not gonna lie, this definitely looks a lot better than this one. I mean, this actually looks like Sonic, like no double lie, it looks like Sonic. And this one, to be honest, I have no idea what actually happened to it. I mean, everything else looks normal apart from the arm. I feel like I properly messed on the arms, but I mean, it looks the same, but like I was saying, everything looks normal apart from the arms. So let me know in the comments which one's actually better, this one or this one, but I feel like everyone will say this one. To be honest, I don't think you can see it in the camera. Maybe if I put it closer you actually can see it properly, but if I put it far away you can't see it at all. But not gonna lie, that's actually my version of Sonic, and I feel like this version of Sonic is actually a much better version of Sonic. But let me know in the comments down below which version is actually better. But not gonna lie, this activity, it was like a pretty weird slash good activity. But anyway, time right now, it is currently about 8:01, and I just realized that I've not actually asked my friend what I should have for my dinner. So I am about to message one of my friends, see what I have for my dinner, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I have something good because I'm hungry. Right guys, I've actually got a reply back from my friend. Basically, I was watching Squid Game and I'm actually on episode 2, and I feel like this season might be one of the most strangest seasons I've ever watched of Squid Game. Even though I'm literally on like episode 2, it might be strange or it might be good, I have no idea. But I've actually asked one of my friends. Basically, I've actually asked the same friend because he's on free right now, and he's told me to have whatever's made downstairs. So to be honest, I've no idea what's made downstairs. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's actually pretty good food because not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty hungry. So yeah, like I said, have some dinner and just hope for the best. It's actually pretty good food. Right guys, I just had my dinner, and not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty full. Today we basically had leftovers because in the fridge we literally had like so many leftovers over the last few days. So today was actually like a leftover day, and not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty full. And by the way, I'm checking the list to see if there's something else I have to have or if that's basically it. And it turns out for my next thing on the list that this is actually part of my nighttime routine is to actually have a glass of milk, because apparently my friend Hassan actually has milk every single day. Not gonna lie, it's been such a long time since I've last actually had a glass of milk like before going to bed, because when I was younger, like back in my childhood days, before going to bed I'll have a glass of milk every single day because I was told it will help me grow taller. I mean, that's actually true because now I feel taller. But yeah, downstairs I grab a glass of milk, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I actually like it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it helps me fall asleep because I've heard it actually does. Right guys, I've actually got my glass of milk here, and I feel like I've actually got the world's smallest glass because this glass in my hand is actually tiny. So I got milk here, so I will drink it. Basically, I have like half a glass of milk because I feel like the milk, it might taste a bit weird, I have no idea. But let's drink it and hope for the best I grow even more taller. That literally it literally brought back so many memories of my childhood. Basically, every single day I remember I would always have a glass of milk because I was told it will make me grow taller. Basically, it did because I am taller now. But not gonna lie, that literally brought back so many memories. So I am about to have like a half an hour break, and then we get back with the final thing. So the current time right now, it is currently about 9:47 in the evening, and not gonna lie, it's actually pretty crazy because outside it's still light outside, and the fact that it's nearly 10 p.m. at night and it's still light outside, not gonna lie, that's actually pretty crazy. Anyway, I am so glad that literally none of my friends told me to do skincare routine. Anyway, my friend Ali, he's told me to watch the Mission Impossible movie, and I feel like on Netflix I actually have all of them there. I feel like they have the very first one to the very latest one, so I feel like I might start from the beginning and watch every single one because I've not seen them. Basically, I'm gonna find out if it's actually on Netflix first and then watch the first one. Right guys, it turns out that I actually have Mission Impossible, and I feel like this one might actually be the first one. Let me see the date. Okay, this is actually 1996, and then this one I think might be the latest one. Yeah, that's actually 2 years ago, and then this one is actually 2006. So there's a lot, like there's a lot. I feel like there's only 3, or there might be more, I have no idea, but for the sake of the video I feel like I might actually watch the latest one, which was like 2 years ago, and then go back in order, if that makes sense. But I feel like it won't make sense to me, so instead I'll watch the first one and I'll let you guys know what I think of it, and hopefully it's actually a pretty good movie. This is actually my friend's Ali like top movie of all time, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it's actually a pretty good movie. Right guys, I am literally halfway through the movie of the first one, and not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty good movie, and to be honest, I literally have like no idea how I've not seen it before, and I've just found out on Amazon Prime they literally have the entire series of the Mission Impossible. So once I watch the first one, I'll definitely go to Amazon Prime and I'll watch the second one, third one, fourth one. I feel like there's 4 or 5 or even 3, I have no idea, but once I find out I'll definitely watch all of them, because not gonna lie, it's actually a pretty good movie, and I feel like Mission Impossible might be like my new like movie series to watch, because once I find out there's like different movies of the same thing, I'll watch them all, if that makes sense. But overall guys, actually a pretty good movie, and if you guys haven't seen it, then I'll highly recommend you guys to watch it because it's actually pretty good. But anyway, this is where I'm actually going to end the nighttime routine. Overall, this nighttime routine has actually been a pretty interesting nighttime routine. I mean, when I first thought the idea of my friends controlling my nighttime routine, I thought they might give me like a pretty bad evening. But overall, I've actually had a pretty good evening, and I've done stuff that I would normally do anyway. So basically, I've actually had a pretty chilled evening, but one of the things I'm actually excited about that I didn't do any skincare, so that's actually pretty good. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want my friends to control my morning routine, or if you guys want me to follow like a specific celebrity or like a specific YouTuber's morning routine or nighttime routine. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you all for a brand new video very soon. Peace.